Ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
You ready? I was born ready, pal. Ring the bell.
All right, this is a real treat we've got, or perhaps an anti-treat, if such a thing exists, a poison, as we've got MJF here for the first time at the Action Zone, taking on James Bandy. James Bandy has really turned into one of the rising stars of Action Wrestling. Nice. Up and under. Look at this. A little bit of lucha from MJF and Bandy, and MJF bailing there. Doesn't want any part of that big right hand from James Bandy. Instead, he's going to argue with our crowd here, make a fool out of himself like he usually does. One of the most pompous jerks in pro wrestling. But an incredibly skilled pro wrestler, no question about that.
Oh, real cute.
Star in MLW, star in AAW, star basically everywhere he goes. I mean, I'll give him credit. He's got a mouth. He knows how to use it to his advantage, and he's got some skill that he can back up that mouth with when he's not busy arguing with children like he's doing right now. Bandy, on the other hand, really has put himself in a great place in Action, sort of quietly getting wins, chalking up wins slowly over James Ryan, over Alan Angels, and rising up the ranks of Action Wrestling.
Sportsmanship.
Okay, well, I don't know if I buy this. I don't know if I buy that MJF has ever been a good sport at anything he's ever participated in his entire life, adult, child, or otherwise. But he's offering a handshake to Bandy. And, Bandy's a guy who I think felt overlooked for a little while here by Action Wrestling management. But he's earned this opportunity against one of the top names, frankly, in all of independent wrestling. Of course, goes for the cheap shot, steady bails. And back to arguing with now he's arguing with an older fan in the crowd. He's moved on from children, at least. Bandy finally giving him a taste of that right hand. He's been itching to deliver these shots, and now he's got MJF out on the ground, and I gotta tell you. Yes, sir. Oh, big body slam on the ground here out on the lawn. And I've got to tell you, folks, there's nothing that brings joy to my face quite like seeing MJF roll around in the dirt at a public park. I hope Bandy takes his scarf and chokes him with it. I'm sorry. It's difficult for me to be impartial when you're talking about MJF, one of the biggest jerks in pro wrestling. But this would be a huge win for James Bandy if he were able to get the win here. I've got to tell you, I think he's the decided underdog. Even though he's in a position of control right now, literally battering MJF from pillar to post, the smart money on this matchup would for sure be on MJF. Look at that. He lured him in, and now he rushes in to beat the count there. Very smart tactical wrestling by MJF. Kind of duped the inexperienced Bandy. Both these guys probably have roughly about the same experience level, but MJF's been all over the world already. Bandy really just getting his start, and MJF's really isolated that arm. He's targeted that arm. As I say that, look at that. He's throwing those mounted punches, but if you look, folks, he had his knee draped over that arm that he just targeted. So while he's throwing those big punches, he is aware, he's cognizant, he's a thinking man's wrestler. He knows that he's got the arm of James Bandy hurt as well. And as I said that he's going to go to dissect it right now, he likes to use that arm bar as a submission, standing on the hand.
What was that?
Yeah, now he's just trolling the crowd. We get it. Yeah, you're better than us, allegedly. Okay, whatever, buddy. Big stomp, though. Listen, this is... We talk about technical wrestling. That's a term that's often overused, I think. Technical wrestling is really understanding pressure points. It's understanding how to isolate a body part, understanding the various methods of attack that you can utilize with technical precision. And that is what we're seeing right now from Maxwell Jacob Friedman. We are seeing a technically precise assault on the arm of James Bandy. He's utilized every tactic you can think of, legal, extra legal, from arm bars to evading contact, to strikes onto the arm itself, everything possible to isolate and injure the wing of James Bandy, so to speak. And he's got full control of this armbar, but this crowd is really getting behind James Bandy. They've really adopted him as one of their own over this year, our inaugural year here at Action Wrestling. James Bandy has become one of the favorites here in Tyrone, and he's using that free arm for the chops now. Big flurry. Oh, man. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. He had MJF reeling, tried to use the injured arm. Look at that, very smart cover. Okay, now listen, I get, people joke about me always talking about covers. That cover right there was a smart cover. No, he did not hook the legs, but he put all of his weight on the arms of Bandy. He made him use that injured arm to press out, and now he's getting frustrated, okay? He goes to the eyes, goes to the face, sort of grinds that forearm, fancies himself the eye poke god. Yeah, now he's mocking the crowd as the crowd mocks him. This is really, for MJF, he's got to be careful that he doesn't rope himself into a situation where he's competing against both the crowd and James Bandy. And when he was saying focused on that arm, he was clearly in the driver's seat. He's going back to it here from an elevated position. Referee Daryl Hall's got the count on, but he's got to stay fixated on this. He cannot let the crowd get into his head. Bandy has really leaned on strikes in this matchup. He's often utilized some very unique offense, but in this matchup it's been strikes. Look at that, suckered him in. Head first into that top turnbuckle. MJF chased in, nope, traps the arm, look at that. Leg sweep lariat combo. Bandy's arm still hurting though. Trying to rally support. Really needs to draw on the energy of this crowd here at the Founders Day Festival. Fighting back to his feet. Big running lariat, full impact on that one. This is an interesting version of James Bandy, as we've seen a very strike-heavy attack from him in this matchup. Maybe surprising MJF. Oh, well-placed knee to that injured arm. Shoots off, no. What? Yes, standing Uranagi, not able to sink into it, but he gets onto the cover. Very close. Got to wonder if he had been able to follow through and go to an immediate cover there, if that could have been the end of the contest. That split-second difference where he had to regain himself, sort of get control, try to work out some of the kinks in that injured arm, might have been the difference between him winning the matchup right there and having to fight through and hopefully get back into an offensive position. As I say that injured arm right into the turnbuckle. Great evasion from MJF. Bandy doesn't see him. Bandy did not see him. That arm is attacked, and now he's down. He's down on the mat face first. And MJF's got a Fujiwara-style armbar on. He's got full control of the body of James Bandy. This is the last place on earth that James Bandy wants to be right now. And keep in mind, this match is gone for a while. This match is gone for a while. They're outside here. These conditions, psychologically, they will play with you too. Bandy able to drag himself to the rope. That is a shock to me. And MJF putting some extra torque on. He's got that 5 count. He knows how to bend and break every rule he can. Referee Daryl Hall looking at him with a little bit of contempt there, I think. But he's not going to DQ you. He's not going to DQ you. You can milk that 5 count. To be honest, smart wrestlers know that. You don't have to like the tactic. You don't have to like the strategy, but smart wrestlers are aware. And as I mentioned earlier, MJF, to his credit, psychologically one of the smartest wrestlers and, frankly, biggest jerks in all of pro wrestling. Look at that. Just pushes Bandy into Daryl Hall. I think Hall's head may have hit the top rope. I've mentioned this before, but those ropes, folks, those are not giant rubber bands. They've got steel cables in them. If you don't know and you're not prepared or used to that impact, that's huge. And MJF's going to retrieve the chair. He's retrieved the chair. This crowd, thankfully, they're shrieking, sort of notify Bandy to turn around, and MJF's still holding that chair. We've got a, what the hell? Excuse my French, but Daryl Hall's back to his feet. Bandy, but Hall's down. Hall's totally rattled. Bandy was trying to hide the chair behind his back. MJF has now literally fed a weapon to his opponent. We've got a downed official who may or may not care if MJF gets walloped in the first place because, frankly, Max is such a jerk, no one cares about him. And now he's begging off. I don't know if this is going to work or not. Bandy going for that home run swing, maybe. What? Daryl Hall back up, maybe for good this time. He sees a chair in the middle of the ring. Both these guys are playing possum. I mean, I've heard of doing anything for a win, but this is unusual, to put it mildly. MJF sprints over to get the chair. Daryl Hall takes it away from him. MJF in the face. Bandy out from behind. High cradle, that's it. James Bandy with a big win. The biggest win of his career over MJF. And that is a huge duke for James Bandy heading into the Action Wrestling Championship Tournament starting October 26th here in Tyrone, Georgia at the Action Zone.